Hello everyone. So I'm just gonna tell you about the day that I've had. I've had some really weird questions today, and I would just like to talk about how fucking weird these questions were. My first class is at like 8 o'clock in the morning. Actually, it is at 8 o'clock in the morning, and it's anthropology. I sit down, and everybody's coming in. They're taking their seats. Everybody's crusty-eyed and bushy-tailed, and the professor is there. I think one of the first people to be there. He's like this older Caucasian man. We're gonna say Caucasian, even though I want to say white. Like older, like 85. And he, has his little wrinkles in his face that are like wrinkle on wrinkle, like roll on roll kind of thing. Bald head at the top here. His shoulders kind of creep up like this, so it kind of looks like he's walking around like this. Mind you, that is intro to anthropology, and he looks at us as we are looking at him, again, really tired and just ready to go because it's the first day of class and we already know not much is going to get done. In fact, nothing is going to get done. In fact, you're probably going to pass out the syllables and probably have us get into groups and probably just introduce ourselves, and you're probably going to even let us go early. So yeah. He looks up and he's like, this is anthropology, right? If you don't even know, first of all, you're asking us, your students, you're inferior to you, the people who don't have the degree in the fucking field that you're teaching, a question, it's probably gonna be wrong. It worries me that you probably don't know what else you're fucking talking about. It annoys me also that you don't know what subject you're teaching, which also lets me know that you're probably not gonna know my name at the end of the semester, which also lets me know you're probably not paying attention to what you're teaching us yourself. How are you gonna walk into a class and be like, is this anthropology? Like, I don't understand. I'm not walking into this class like, oh, is this fucking PE? No, I know this is this dreadful class, anthropology. I'm not gonna turn to my neighbor like, is this anthropology class? Is it? They're gonna be like, okay. So that was crazy question number one. Question number two, shortly after that, I had got a book from somebody. I'm walking to the library to make the copies of the book because books are fucking expensive in college. You mean to tell me I need to pay $200 for an 18-page book? I don't understand. Who the fuck wrote this? Obama? Or Jesus? And so, I just go to the copy machine and I'm making my copies, hundreds and hundreds of pages that I'm copying out of this book. And this girl I see across the room, she's this little skinny, fragile, frail little thing with a little bun on top of her head. This little light-skinned girl. Again, she was really skinny, smaller than me, and I weigh 124 pounds. I see from across the room, she's kind of cute or whatever. I'm not, like, attracted to her or whatever. Not like I want to approach her and like talk to her or whatever, but yeah, I could tell she was on this tour because there was this other fucking person in the middle of the group kind of talking and showing her this room. Hey, this is the room you're never gonna ever fucking come across or see again in your natural born life. In fact, you're probably not even gonna knock on this room because you're not going to fucking be here. Kind of like physics. So that let me know that she was on a tour, and as I'm making my copies, the tour like walks past me and I'm looking down and I'm like, oh shit, I made eye contact with like everybody there. I really don't want to look at you guys up close as you near me. So I look down and I look at my nails. I have no nails on. I continue to make my copies, and then the girl comes back and I look up because my hair is in my face, and I look at her, I'm like, whoa, and she's like, hey, and I'm like, we do that in Texas. We go up to people and we say hi, and she's like, do you like it here? And I'm like, okay, well, obviously you're a little fucking guppy. I mean, obviously you're smaller than a freshman. I mean, because obviously you just got out of high school. Like, what do you mean? I don't understand. And I just answered the question. I'm like, I mean, well, yeah, I mean, it's cool. It's cool. I mean, yeah. Are you in that tour group over there that's leaving you? You should be going with them. Are you still with them? And she's like, oh yeah, I am with that tour group. And I was like, oh, well then to save you a lot of fucking time wasted, yeah, it's pretty cool here, you know. And she's like, oh, ha 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 ha. And I'm kind of there like, I don't understand. Did you want me to save you from this tour group, or is this like Morse code for something? Like, why, what? And then she just walks away. And I was like, all right, saving homes. And there was another one in psychology. This woman is like, hey, you know, I have a problem with pronouncing names. Like, this is a thing for me. I also have a problem with learning names. This is also a thing for me. But hey, like, let me know if I pronounce your name wrong. I will fix it. Like, I totally understand because people pronounce my name wrong, and I understand how frustrating it is. Cool, whatever. You're also old. This is also the speech that, like, every professor gives their students. I'm not going to know your names right off the bat. Give me a few weeks. Like, as if we give a fuck, because honestly, I don't even remember yours. And in fact, I'm probably not gonna use, in fact, I'm probably gonna say professor or not anything at all. I'm probably just gonna raise my hand like. And so she's going through the roster and she's like, Agubabwe and Teresa Gial and whatever, and they're like fixing their names and stuff. No, either to make herself feel better about the names that she did not pronounce correctly, or to make the people of the names who she did pronounce incorrectly feel better. I don't know. The American names, or you know, the more not so difficult to pronounce names, she was like, is it Christopher? Is that your, do you go by Christopher? Okay, like, I can understand if it was like Stephen, if it was like, is it Steven or is it Stefan? Hey. But it's Christopher, like, I mean, I've never heard it be pronounced Christopher. And there was another one, she was like, Andrew. That's what you like to be, that's what you like to be called? Come on now, like, get it the fuck together. You didn't do that on mine. You didn't say Stefani. No, Stephanie Harden. Even my last name you got right. Like, what's wrong? What's going on? Marshall. That's your name, Marshall. It has an R in there. Otherwise, it would be Michelle. But it's Marshall. Moving on, right? So about 20 minutes into my communication class, this boy, you know, we're learning about, oh, this is how you communicate, and this is how you communicate very well, and we're not really learning anything because, again, it's the first day. All he did was, like, give out a syllabus and, like, have us do group work or whatever. And the guy stands up and he's like, this isn't religion, is it? And we're all just like, no, this is definitely not religion, where there's no Jesus or like John or like Jude or anything. Like, this is communication. And he's like, oh, well, yeah, I'm in the wrong class, dang. And the professor is like, oh, you know, it happened to me once. What class are you looking for? Now, if I knew what class I was looking for, don't you think I would have been in that class? Like, don't you think I would have been there? Like, don't you think I wouldn't be here? Like, don't you think anything like that? So that was just a really strange question for me. I'm not gonna say stupid questions because I don't really believe in stupid questions. It was just a really strange, like, what's going on with your brain kind of thing. Like, how is your brain working right now? Why did it have you do that? Like, okay. tell me a time when you've had somebody say something weird to you that just didn't click or just didn't make sense and you just had to stammer and really think about it. Or tell me a time when you said something that didn't make sense and you thought about it in your head and you were like, oh wait, that doesn't really make sense. And it was just like really embarrassing or something. Or tell me a time when you've like stammered on something and you caught yourself in your head, but it was just too late to like really fix it and somebody kind of like, you know, change the subject. So it was just like, damn, can't redeem myself. I really enjoyed making this video. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it for you. And goodbye.